Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Dovetail Games Train Sim Mod 2. So today, trying out the, well, actually not yet released, LGV Mediterranean routes. Oh gosh, we're going to be one of these episodes today. I'm trying out new Train Sim Mod routes from Dovetail Games, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun now. So it comes out tomorrow, for Train Sim Mod 2, it comes out on console and PC. And like I said, I've been kind enough to let me try it out today early, to give you guys an idea of what it looks like, how it feels, and overall should be a rather fun route. So we'll jump right in, we'll get ourselves ready to go, and hopefully things will go rather smooth today. But hey, if you guys know me, things never go smooth. Right, let's get right into it. Welcome Leo, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody else who's joining in. I'm going to mention my Twitch stream is saying this is Train Sim, not Flight Sim. I know sometimes it can be a little bit behind the thing there. Right, welcome to LGV Méditerranée.
Welcome to Train Sim World 2, the immersive and highly detailed rail simulation featuring authentic routes and trains from around the world.
Yeah, I mean already you can see this is a beautiful, beautiful route. So Dovetail, well, all about it. Talk about it in the stream. Basically, Dovetail a new map building system process that we're going to today.
You've just been awarded some action points. These are displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience. It is necessary to be fully observant.
So look up, look down, look all around. Up in the air, on the ground, go for a walk, come for a ride. So much seeds come outside. If you guys know that reference, you'll know it's right. Urgent access, no, that's fine. Use AFC to walk, that's fine. Like I say, it's a very, very pretty route so far. Good evening everyone, good evening Owen, how you doing? Not doing too bad myself.
This is one of many interactives to be discovered, but not all of them will be as easy to find as this one.
Yeah, so like I said, this is literally my first look at the sim, or the new route. I installed it, the catch 5k, had dinner, and this is my first time actually running it, so fingers crossed, we'll go smooth today. Looks rather smooth, no real stuttering, no real frame rate issues, so in regards to 60 FPS, should be getting quite close to that, about 45, 50 FPS right now, and that's running on virtually all ultra settings. Nonsense in stream, can't wait for LGV Méditerranée. And I see you again, Chariot. How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Right, so enter the lead carriage, that's fine. This is the 200 series SNCF TGV Duplex, so it's a double-decker train, operates at high speed. So of course I'm going to go for the upper deck because, well, who doesn't go for the upper deck? And of course, table seats, I prefer it facing away from direction of travel.
You can pause the experience at any point and review previous and current objectives. Check it out now and then return to the game when ready.
So, let's have a quick look. Map on the left, not the longest route in the world, 60 kilometers, so 60 miles long, 60 kilometers per hour in length, but gives you plenty of time to speed up and really get the train to its limits. Plus, you get a few things on the routes that you need to be very aware of, so we'll go into that later when we start driving. So jump in, let's enter the cab, nice little porthole door there. Take a seats.
A
Okay.
heads-up display has appeared on the right-hand side of the screen. This is a guide to what the train is doing. This is the speed display. The current speed will be represented by a moving bar. The red marker indicates the current maximum permitted speed.
Cool.
This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate forward, reverse, and neutral directions. This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power control is in. These are the brake indicators. They show the state of the various brake systems, allowing independent management of them. In the top right are the signal and speed limit displays. These feature an indication of what is approaching and a countdown distance to when they will come into effect.
Yeah, just a basic overview of the
Some
UI.
of these
We do know
displays
it's
can
at the
be
stage,
hidden
but
via
hey.
the settings menu for a more challenging experience. This train is ready to go. Push the indicated handle all the way.
Right, so power handle max. Let's get going. Welcome, Mads. How you doing? Welcome, Turtle. Welcome, Garlic. Welcome, the Lee Plane. Welcome, Cherryade. Updeck Party Deck Train calls it. Very nice. Welcome, Savile. Welcome, James. Welcome,
Marseille-Saint-Charles
everybody else.
station is a major terminal station in the second largest city in France, connecting high-speed rail, including international services, with local regional trains.
So, this is like the first real intro to the route. So, then did the tutorial train, so learn the basics of how it all operates. And then after that, we'll do a few runs on the actual passenger services. We've got our uniform. Very smart. Suit and tie. Slightly torn shirt there. Probably not without to work. Suit. Conductor's hat. Very stylish. Very stylish indeed.
Train Sim World 2 allows you to ride and drive from an internal and external viewpoint. Let's take a look now while the train is in motion.
How good's my French? Those of you who watched my Canada stream about a week ago will know how good my French is. Could do a bit of warming up, that's for sure. So, some navigation cameras, have a look around. I'd say, should be a lot of fun this. Especially in TGV, should be a very fun, very stylish train that.
You've only explored a small area here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy.
Vous voici à la gare de Marseille-Saint-Charles.
Welcome to the beautiful south of France. Climb aboard the modern high-speed express TGV Duplex train. Travel at speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour using the TVM 430 onboard signaling system to move swiftly and safely. Drive from Marseille via Aix-en-Provence to Avignon. Along the way, don't forget to place route maps, hang TGV posters, restock first aid points, apply no trespassing signs, and repair broken cabinets. This is the LGV Méditerranée high-speed line.
Right, so, there we go, that was the intro done. Let's jump into the tutorial and let's figure out how this TGV Duplex Series 200 train works. How it's about 60 miles in length, so about 100 kilometers. And you're travelling at speeds of 300 kilometers an hour. So it's a high-speed line. And then also you've got the circuit switch change over later on. We'll go into that in more detail during this tutorial, which we do cover a fair bit of the line. Yes, that was Matt's narrating the intro, Matt Pedalston.
Welcome to driver training here at Marseille. Today you'll be learning to drive this SNCF Series 200 TGV Duplex in camion livery. This brief introduction will cover critical driving controls and passenger operations, so climb aboard to get started.
Alright, let's get going. Climb aboard, jump in.
Take a seat in the driver's position, because this is where you'll be spending most of your time. To begin, you will need to press the Service Retention Cancel button to take control of this service.
Okay, so cancel service retention.
In normal operation, this unit draws electricity from the overhead catenary via a pantograph. However, since the pantograph is currently in the down position, you have to power the initial systems by priming the auxiliary battery.
So open the door, to power on, hold 5 seconds, close the door.
To activate the
to
control
front.
desk, set the master switch to active.
Master control switch active, everything comes to
Now
life.
activate the
Self-test,
pantograph
looking
using
good.
the normal and DC positions on the different rotary switches so that it raises up and makes contact with the overhead catenary.
Right, okay, so sets you to the DC, sets you to the normal position, there we go.
The
Pantograph
DC
is up
setting should
and
be used in the
contacting.
area of Marseille. The LGV setting should be used outside of Marseille.
And yes, that's 2 different
And the
modes
AC setting
they
is
get out
used
here in
other AC
France. Again, we're going to see
overhead
about that
line
during our
areas.
service as well, as we hit those sections.
Now that the circuit breaker has been set, it will need to be armed. Use the indicated control to rearm it.
Cool.
Lighting is automatically set when enabling the master switch, but make sure you use the low beam lights when passing other trains so as not to blind oncoming drivers.
So we'll
Take a quick glance of the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Right, okay, so it's not looking too difficult in terms of setup. It's the electric catenary that you do need to get right during the crossover. So over here we're on DC, so dual current
Next,
overhead
you need to
catenary.
do the brake test. This ensures that all the brakes are working correctly before you set off.
Once we reach the certain point in the
First,
line,
press the brake hold button to hold the
we'll
lead
do this and
power
I'll
car
talk.
brakes into their current state so that you don't roll away. This does mean that during these tests you will not see the locomotive brake cylinder gauge move at all.
So hold you.
And now press the emergency brake button. You'll see the brake pipe rapidly drop to 0 bar, verifying that this is working correctly.
There we go, brakes down to 0,
Use
pressure.
the brake neutral switch to disable the brake lever, which
Neutral and release.
you can now re-engage the brake control by using the brake. Now that you've tested the emergency brake, you'll test normal brake operations.
Gosh, you can do the full test of this one.
Then hold the train brake in the release position to raise the brake pipe to 5 bar.
So release up to 5 millibars.
Hold the train brake control in apply until the brake pipe reads around 4 bar. And that's the brake system fully tested.
Okay, right,
The
that sounds
reverser is
self-explanatory.
used to set the direction of travel.
So put you back up to 5 bars again. Set the reverser to forward.
There are 3 driving modes on the TGV. Coupling and uncoupling. The speed is limited in this mode and is intended for coupling maneuvers. Manual control. This is usual mode for driving on classic lines. And selected speed. This uses the speed selector control and is used by the driver on high-speed lines to set the maximum cruise speed.
It's an in-depth tutorial this,
To
there's
get
a lot to
started now,
cover.
select the manual control mode as you are on the classic lines.
So driving mode will put you, so couple and uncouple manual selected, okay.
It's time to get going. Set the doors to locked.
Lock the doors, the controls on the left, or the right even. There we go.
For this introduction, you'll be
God.
driving as far as
Bell.
Aix-en-Provence. Finally, press the brake hold button and you should see the yellow light go out, and hold the train brake in the release position to release the brakes. The train is now ready to part, so apply a small amount of power.
Right, well, we got there in the end. Yeah, there's a lot to cover in this tutorial. I might even go through it again a couple of times in the future just so I actually learn the basics. Yeah, so Series 200 trains operate outside of France, and so what I was going to go on about was different systems. So right now we're on DC over catenary, so dual current, which is standard power for local and high-speed trains. Once you see a certain point on the line, which will spot the no power zones in a little while, we then switch over to LGV, Legionnaire Grande Vitesse Est Européenne, something like that, which is the East European high-speed line. So there are 2 modes you've got to go through, DC and LGV, and we'll switch between the 2 later on. But for now, we're on manual control as we slowly crawl our way out of the station.
Keeping to the speed limit is important. If you begin to overspeed, hold the brake lever into the apply position to slow down.
So next up will be Aix-en-Provence. What does LGV mode do? So basically, so LGV, Legionnaire Grande Vitesse Est Européenne, is just the it's a different set. It's a different way of drawing power from the catenary that enables it to operate more smoothly at high speed. It's the power mode for high speed. Yes, correct. Basically, that's it. Draws power from machinery at a much smoother rate, has a high-speed operation, because at the end of the day, the train has a top speed of about 300 kilometers per hour, so it's a fast one. It's a fast one. 300 kilometers, that's about 180 miles per hour in the UK. So definitely a high-speed line in this. And we'll definitely get a chance to really stretch the legs of this train as well. Later on, Aix-en-Provence. There you go. Just that chariot. Aix-en-Provence. Isn't Aix-en-Provence the airport's ES? So Aix-en-Provence is also an airport, and this line does operate as a high-speed line, get people from here in Marseille to the airports. Interested also in what that flashing light there is. Clear lights. Okay, I presume we'll just ignore it for now. Frame rate, we're getting it's looking about a smooth 45-50 at the moment. Not looking too bad. And like I say, based on what we've seen so far, this could be the prettiest route in the sim by a long stretch, because what Dovetail have done, they've got like a new method of pulling, or at least extracting data from the world using satellite imagery and Google Maps, and a new API that kind of generates a world around that. A bit more of an automated process rather than hand building everything. As a result, you get a lot more detail in the map without working, I guess, too hard. And we still got to do a lot of details and hand edits and all that, but by kind of extracting all that data and generating it into the world, it does make it, one, a lot easier to build a map, and two, makes it much more lifelike. Very, very pretty indeed. So carry on operating line, pushing up to 140 kilometers an hour now. It's 15 kilometers to Aix-en-Provence. Aix-en-Provence. I'm sure I'm going to annoy a lot of people with my pronunciation of these French place names. Do apologise before I get started, actually, that my pronunciation of French is not exactly great. I mean, for example, right now we're driving a TGV train, a train à grande vitesse, or high-speed train, and it's operated by the SNCF, the Société Nationale des Chemins de la France, which is the French National Railway Company. Again, I'm sure my pronunciation throughout is going to be atrocious, but I try. Again, if you want to see me say conversation or a proper sentence in French, then check out my Canadian video. That was interesting. Nailed it, cheers.
You're approaching the voltage changeover area and need to change the voltage on the train in order to continue. You'll do this without stopping the train.
Right, so power handle goes back.
Open and then close the circuit breaker.
There's an abandoned platform there. It's on the left. Right, so open the circuit breaker. Back on again.
Lower the pantograph by moving the switch to the lower position.
Pantograph lower.
Change the pantograph mode switch to LGV.
Switch over to LGV. There we go. Now waits for the power change location, about 1.5 km. As we are going, well, slightly uphill, slightly downhill, we shouldn't really lose too much speed in terms of coasting right now. Try and keep its speed, maintain it all. So apparently the high speed operation that's going in. But right now, there is no power being drawn into the train. With the accelerator up, nothing would happen because, well, no power, no power, no party. So carry on without power for a little bit. Going downhill now as we enter the tunnel. Very shortly, there you go, 100 meters. We'll bring it all back to life again.
When your cab passes the REV board, this means that the rear of your train has passed the voltage changeover area and you can raise the pantograph. Do this now by switching the selector switch to the N position.
So up to normal.
When the arm breaker symbol illuminates, rearm the circuit breaker.
So that's
this means
that.
you can now increase power up to the indicated speed on the TVM display.
Rearm. And there you go,
Nicely done.
TVN
You're in
and
good
start
shape to
in-cab
continue the
signalling
journey.
speed. So, we're going to increase throttle now. We'll carry on to Aix-en-Provence. That'll start flashing now, so that tells me that there's going to be a speed decrease very shortly. And therefore I need to be prepared to slow down the train when ready. Afterburner engaged. Train à grande vitesse. Légionnaire à grande vitesse. LGV. Sticks to Eurostar. I'll get there. So we're going to use left-hand signals. I mean, I can do both, left and rights. Although you are right, actually. Trains are running on the left here, not on the right. For France, for continental Europe, I kind of expect to go the other way around. I'll keep an eye on that, actually. Does Trains want to have long-range trains like long-haul train routes? I mean, longest route in the sim right now is the Sandpatch grades, the American Freighter. There are a couple of routes that kind of mix varied lengths, but again, it's a bit of a range right now in Train Sim World, a bit of a range in terms of how long these routes are and where they operate, but we're getting a lot more countries now. There used to be a time where it was either the UK, Germany or America, so between three. They've got Canadian routes, they've got French routes, and also we have then a Swiss route coming out soon as well in the form of the Arosa line as well, so a lot more range coming on these days, which is very good to see. 5.5 kilometers to go now. In a couple of moments, it's not going to slow the train down. You can see the speed slowly ticking down as well. And what that's doing is preparing us to stop at the station. So down to 200 now. That's where 200 now, so we'll cut off the power.
You're now approaching Aix-en-Provence, so apply a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable, safe stop.
4 kilometers to go. Train class. This is a TGV Duplex, a Series 200 train. TGV Series 200 train Duplex. Down to 170. So carry on slowing down now. I try and remember that. About 4 or 5 kilometers. Say the distance kind of starts letting the train down. I can't change. There we go. It's a very pretty train, this. Very modern as well. So the TGV GFX thing was built between 1998 and 2012, when last came off the production line. Also, fun fact to you as well. So, when the TGV was first constructed back in the 1970s, I believe it was, 1970s, 1980s, there was an issue in regards to that the platforms were all different lengths and different heights. But in fact, it's meant to be a standardised line. There was like, in the east and southern regions, they like never received the memo that the platform height was meant to be a certain level. So all the platforms in Paris, all the platforms in the north regions were pretty much standardised. Down the south, they're all different lengths, different heights, and actually led to a few delays because they kind of readjusted the platforms to manage to fit these trains. Alright, so better really slow down now because I'm probably going to overshoot the station less kilometres to go, so 113.12. It's not exactly as fast as the brake train either. All for a smooth operation. Train brake it is. Off to a great start, Drawyah. Off to a great start. Oops, it all slipped there. There we go, that's better. I like that train brake actually. I like that train brake, it's going to be very useful to me. It should be useful to me. Should not be using it. Well, you can use it in operation, but not to that extent I was using it there. Right, and very slowly into a halt. Perfect. Unlock doors. That's a police car. Let's let the passengers load board. I'll be at the end of the tutorial, so next up we'll do a passenger run. So over to the far side, there's a train now departing to Marseille. And here we are, our TGV Duplex. So once we restart, well, once we get to the next bit of the scenario, a bit of an external walk around the train, have a look at what it looks like, and then we'll take a high-speed run and see how fast we can get this thing going.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Right, so how did that go? Stop to the air. 2.2 meters. Can't fault that if your very first run. Level 2 in the Mediterranean. Level 3 on the TGV already. Very nice. Gold medal. Then that went rather well. So if we jump over to the main menu, have the scenarios, and let's see where we go from there. So like before, what we're going to try and do is the different scenarios. If we go back actually, go to explore, go to that. 5 scenarios. Very nice, so 30, 60, 40, 40, 30. So different missions, different scenarios. We shall be doing those once a day. See where it goes from there. So let's jump down to the timetable and let's get going. So TGV Duplex. So I've all clear weather, making things easy for myself. And let's do a service from Marseille. There we go, Marseille-Saint-Charles. And we shall go. Okay, Marseille to Paris, Gare de Lyon. Yeah, pretty much so. Train à grande vitesse is the high-speed train in French. Right, here we go. So, TGV 6116, Paris, Gare de Lyon. Drivers northbound, TGV service as far as Avignon. TGV Duplex, 200 cm. 102 tons, 20 carriages. Gosh, okay, that's quite a figure on that. 396 meters. That's a long train, that. Long train, high-speed train. What do you want? Right, so we'll unlock the doors. Presumably, they found a cab. Right, so let's get the thing going again. I'll switch active. Power system's alive. We'll open the door. Our pantographs by default up or down. They are by default down, I think. Yeah, that is our train. So we shall set you to DC, that's fine. Set you to the normal position. Circuit breaker on. Hang on, so on and rearm. There we go, right. Passengers are loading. We can do the brake test if we want to, so brake holds, emergency brake, that'll go down. Release you, do the backup brake. Set that up as well if we want to, so you can do the whole brake test if you want to, that is fine. Brake neutral, that's good. Release you as well. We'll have to go to the speed selector as well, so that's kind of like the AFB on the German trains where you set a speed up and the train will hold that automatically for you. Otherwise, that seems rather good. Have a look around the station while we are here. Ah, that's why 20 cars in length, because 2 sets in one. So there we go. Welcome to Marseille-Saint-Charles. Massive station that. You've got your high speed, you've got your local platforms. There we go, bus station out here. Very, very detailed actually, I will say. I'm not sure you can actually go out as far as this, but good camera freedom. The entrance, exit points. Passengers slowly making their way towards the train. So far, so good. Right, let's lock doors and let's get ready to go. Oh boy, why has that why is our door lights not illuminating? That's closed. There's the bell. Okay, well if that's working, that's working. Forward and power handle. Why is our power handle locked? Must switch active, training forward. Don't need to do the battery as well. Answer is what have we done wrong? Training forward, power handle can't move. I locked something. Nightbot's just the bots, not a real person. Nightbot is just the bots. Alright, any suggestions as to why I can't move my mouse controller? My power handle is stuck. What am I doing wrong? That's fine, that's fine. I've done the brake test and all that, so release, it's fine. Trains in forward. Ah, driving mode. There we go. That's got us going. Fiddling around the switchback here, the speed selector. Forgot to actually set train into drive. Right, let's get going. Another French strike. Not today, not today. Clear the yellow lights. Nope, yellow light stays. KVB tests, KVB passenger, shunts, and whatever that is. No, yellow lights cannot clear, I'm afraid. Also, lights 2 dimmed for the sake of not blinding drivers. Right, let's get going. Must say, I love that speedometer. There's a little thing there as well, telling you if you're going faster or slower. Right, and I presume. You got your speed in-cab signalling system there. Clear the yellow lights. You need to activate KVB. There we go. Right, KVB. I have no idea what that is. What's the worst that can happen? Please, someone tell me what KVB is, because I have no idea what it is. I'm sure it's going to grind our train to a halt very shortly. I presume it's like an AWS system, but for me, I guess the question I want to know is, when do you press it? When do you activate it? It's a safe system. Just press Q on adverse signals and don't speed. That sounds simple enough. What's an adverse signal? Top speed of this train. Oh, top speed of maglev trains. I believe the one in Japan was doing about. I mean, there's a maglev. There's like a testing maglev train system in Japan. That one can easily do about 200 miles per hour, which is about 450 kilometers an hour, something like that. Maglev trains are. Hasn't shut me down there, so I'll give it that. Yeah, maglev trains are fast. Very, very fast. TGV's on I don't think the TGV's gone quite 700. Given that the line's about 300. I'm trying to remember, there was a testing thing a couple of years ago. They got it fast. I'm not sure if it's quite 700. Power handle off. A bit of manual control now to get to the changeover points. Again, I'm sure it's like another former abandoned station here. Considering ends of a platform, obviously not much in use. Better condition than the other one. Might still be access to the local service actually, but there's another station further down which I spotted. I'm fairly sure it doesn't get trains anymore. 575. There we go. You're a second away from penalty. Gosh, okay. Gotta be very careful with this. There you go, this is the station I was thinking of. The, obviously, closed down abandoned one. I don't think they're abandoned. They're not abandoned, they're just in very lowly states then. Fair enough. Not doing too bad, Benny. Not doing too bad. How about you? Welcome to the channel, to the chats. Bring back the power handle, 140 constant hour speed limits. And yes, stopping at Aix-en-Provence, 12:15. We arrived there, 6 minutes. Just European stations, sounds about right. Actually, I don't think so. In Finland, I've done a couple of train runs. Finland stations are generally well kept. Poland, sometimes it's a miss, but generally alright. Germany, I've done a few train rides in Germany. Those are very well kept. There you go. Okay, here's another one. That's, come on. There's no way you can tell me that this is an active station. Surely not. Surely not. Heading to Paris, yes, this is a Paris-bound train. So try and find a destination thing somewhere. Answer is probably not in the dark, I'm not. It's not the brightest in the world, but you can see there, TGV 616, Avignon, next station, Metz-Ville. Yes, this is a Paris-bound train. So that right there was the cut-off board, so we now need to cut you and lower you. So if I go back to here... Ah, I missed it. Okay, during next time I'll spot it out. Basically there's a board which is like a black board, white slash in it. There you go, I'm going to turn on the cab lights there because I can't see this as anything. So switch you to LGV, raise you and flick. I think? No, now. And now I can put power in. So, yeah, I'll put it on the next run. There's like a black board with a slash in it, and that means cut the power as you go through a section of track with no overhead machinery. If you don't switch system, then, well, safety systems won't do anything, but if you don't switch it and there are no safety systems in place, in short, our train would be on fire right now. So, thank you, safety systems. It's been up to 300. What I can now do is switch over to the speed selector, up to 300. Switch you to, well, bring the throttle back now. Whoops, to 0. Switch you to selected speed, throttle up, and now the train does everything for me. Are the doors closed? Yes. Yes, they are, Cherry. They should be. Should be at least. Another 8 kilometers to Aix-en-Provence. Beating your French cousin. Down to 270. Vault change over tunnel. It's not a very bad idea. Potential fire in tunnel could possibly go wrong. Tell that to the Mont Blanc tunnel owners. I'm sure they'll have an answer for you. Borden tunnel, which says rev. Yes, there is. So that's on the left-hand side. Noisy spot, admittedly, because again, we are in a tunnel. But here it is what it is. Right, down to 230. Again, we're not quite at that speed yet, so it won't take us too long to reach that section. The tile is high-speed trains, badass train, very nice. Woo, another train there. Down to 200. I think that's about 100 now, for the sake of a station coming up. Okay, 110 seems to be the lowest it goes, actually. Oh no, it goes low up. It's a nice train. It is nice. Very nice. Very well put together from Dovetail here. Credit given where credit is due. Also, I seem to be surviving the safety systems right now. Not causing too many problems for myself. Gonna be a little bit behind schedule right there, so we're going, well, 2.8 kilometers, just under a minute to go. Gonna be a bit behind schedule, but I'm sure once I get a bit more route knowledge in and start pushing things a bit, get there eventually with the timing. Tokyo Eurostar to Lille, hopped on TGV to Marne, Valley-la-Chassis, both French and Disneyland, yes. About your left-hand drive comment, it's because the British helped build a lot of French rails, so it ups their methods, such as left-hand drive only on the northeast side of France as rat. Okay, interesting. Because yeah, I know the Paris Metro is also rat and drive, because I've been on the Paris Metro a couple of times in the past. Thank you, thanks there, Raga, so on Twitch. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for the channel there. Thank you very much. You're a star. French rail network isn't perfect. DLG UK would reinvest in its rail network. So many places to reach that used to have connections. Yes, a lot of stations, a lot of former lines. That could do with a better connection in the future. Right, let's bring it to a halt now. Welcome to our first station. I love that train brake. Very, very nice. A little bit of all slippy, but we'll manage. Eurostar is British. It's operated by the French, but it's British, French, Dutch, and someone else owned. It's a multinational company, but the French are the main people who operate it. Separate company to SNCF. So the track is owned by the British. That's under the Eurostar Tunnels Limited, something like that. The trains are French. The company's French. And the maintenance is split between the 3 lines. There's a joking course about it. The local train, which is rather rusty, call it the Turner Ground Vibration. Very nice. Right, welcome to first station. Open on the left. Continue journey. You must switch to the AC now. Okay. Gosh, there's a lot of work to do on this line. So hang on. We'll load a pantograph. We will cut you. Reopen you. Switch over to AC. We will re-raise you. Wait for the light to appear. There we go. Re-on circuit breaker. Now we wait. A lot of things to do in this train. A lot of fiddling around. Yeah, so I said E320 Eurostar is based on a Valero train, correct? If someone asks you what best trains between German and French, you can't answer that question. So what do I have to do? So I've just switched over from... So we're initially on DC. I'm going to switch to LGV for the main run. We've now switched over to AC to continue on the rest of the journey. So we're up to 170 now. Switch you back to... So you come off again. You go forward. You go to 170. And then you go max. So now switch over to AC as we use the 3rd power setting on this line. A lot of work to do, a lot of work to do. Didn't have to do that, did I not? I mean, that's what the thing said on the screen there a second ago. Unless the pop-ups are wrong. I'll check, I'll check. That definitely said though, switch to AC. But if you guys tell me otherwise, then maybe I'll leave it next time. Should stay in LGV. Okay. Well, the route comes out tomorrow, and Dovetail do plan to put an update out tonight or tomorrow morning. So if anybody spots any errors, then drop a message to Dovetail on Discord or on their support ticket forums and let them know, I guess, because... Okay, next time I remember that, leave it in LGV, but obviously one thing might be missed there. But hey, it's early access, route doesn't come out until tomorrow, so still a chance to change that. Up to 300. Another 66 kilometres, Avignon. 66 kilometres, so sit back, relax, and enjoy your train ride. You are actually for that high speed. Let's just shoot back, so we'll cut the power a second, so we'll cut you. We will switch you off and on. Hang on, lower you, sorry. Switch you off and on. Back to LGV. We will raise you again. Wait for the lights to pop up. Get you going again. Right, so now back in LGV mode. Let's see if that... Oh yeah, acceleration's a lot faster now. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, that's more like a TGV train. $50-55 FPS. LGV high speed, AC and Delta modes are different temperature modes for PC lines. Cheers for that. Good to know. There's that knowledge there. Right. Let's carry on. So passing through to 50 now. Gosh, this is getting fast now. Ludicrous speed. I mean, yesterday, actually, if you're interested, so as you guys know, I volunteer at a railway during weekends, and yesterday I started my driver training for that. The line that I drive on has a top speed of 80 miles per hour, it's about 12 kilometers an hour, 12-13 kilometers an hour. This is 300 in comparison, so again, I also drive miniature trains, so not quite low yard fighter looks, but I can tell you now, this is definitely a step up from what I was doing yesterday, that's for sure. Oh, bit of track there. No, the track's still there, it's just a bit of dirt on the sleeper. Oh, there we go, that's a bit of a scenery there. It's a very pretty route, this. Very pretty. We could see changes like this in the UK when HS2 comes, yes. I think the HS2 contract's already been awarded to Hitachi to make the trains. It's going to be Japanese units. But I could be wrong with that one. Could be wrong. Practice heritage. Of course, of course. You know that in a week's time when I'm back there at the railway. Actually, officially I start driving passenger trains on Saturday under supervision, so I like guys sit behind me to watch what I do, marks on gloves and all that kind of stuff. But start driving on Saturday passenger trains, and then by the new year, hopefully, I'll be driving my own. So no supervision, fully passed train driver on a heritage railway. Train X20 is newer than new livery. It does, it really does. And again, just look at this. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's a new way of making maps that I found out. It works. It very much works. And on PC, the render distance, draw distance is much greater than some of the older, some of the consoles, and as a result, view distance goes out for miles. So with console, in order to get it to run smoothly, they kind of have to reduce the render distance a little bit, and therefore you may get the odd popping up in front of you, but it's still rather smooth. The only thing you really miss out on, so sometimes like on the underground you miss out the Shard and Wembley Stadium, which have now been added. So it's just a case of adjusting the render distance for all that. But on PC, I'd say, I mean, look at this. You've got miles and miles of visibility ahead of you. Very well put together. So we're now up to 300 kilometers an hour. In fact, Xbox One. So yesterday, when Dovetail streamed it, Matt Pelson and Sam protagonist, they use the Xbox. Well, they're on the Xbox dev kit for the Xbox One S, but they run it on Xbox One mode, and even on Xbox, like, it's looking very smooth. I'm sure PS4 as well. So the last gen consoles. It's crazy that they are now the last gen consoles. I remember about 5 years ago they were the current gen or new gen. So current gen consoles, last gen consoles, it's going to run this well. It's going to run this well. In terms of optimization, does have done a fantastic job. Get the minor stutter there, but again, see 60 FPS, top right there, 60 FPS, not a problem. We are running 320, okay. going faster. They're actually hitting top speed there on 320. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Some of the route as well, it's missing out speed boards and signal aspects of the junctions. That's alongside the wrong placing for TVM cabin 0 red zones. Okay, right. Well, again, I'll make note of this stuff. I'll forward it to the Dovetail guys, and I'll see if we can try and get this. Well, I'm sure there'll be patches in their update, patches and upgrades. So it's all calm. It's all calm. Are you able to give an opinion about the game? Are you? If you are, what's the repairability of this? That's what we're going to be if you buy it. I mean, like I said, this is my first run in this route, so I've not actually done it in full length before. I mean, in terms of replayability, I mean, for me, I mean, just, yeah, even getting to speed of this train, even getting up to the speed is just fascinating enough. I'm sure if you introduce stuff like ICE trains as well, so the ICE 3 and 3M from the previous routes as well, get a bit of fun out of that. But if you want a long route that's, well, long route that gives you a chance to take any train up to high speeds, after it's full speeds, then it's already, you can see, this will get you there. This will get you there. It's a fantastic long route, very straight, very flat, very well put together. Video DS bar on your testing type. When you're young in your 20s, you'd have to have an S1 train, Vienna, not long drive until I could. Enjoying the time, so nice try. Very nice. When we go outside, that's a huge part. We won't be able to go outside if it's a huge part of snow. Not sure what I mean by that, Victor. When we go outside, if it's a huge part of snow. Not sure what I mean by that, I'm afraid. Oops, just going to 330 there. Well beyond the speed limits. Is this still working? 320, yeah. No, it's slowing down. It's slowing down. Another 37 kilometers to go. So we're just under halfway now between Provence and Avignon. Just under halfway. I think the ICE3 can tilt. Yes, so the ICE3 can tilt. The 3M, I believe it's not locked due to one or two reasons for the international rail. But the ICE3 can tilt, around, therefore makes it much easier to operate on some of the older railway networks. No way this camera's ever going to catch up with that train. It's long gone indeed. I've checked actually, so the camera, the external camera, if you're running it at full speed, so shift's arrow key, moves at 125 miles per hour. So any faster than that, your camera's not catching up. Probably answered that already, but you lost. Train Support 21, Train Support 2, 2020 was different, so what to buy? So, Train Simulator is the original platform, and so Train Simulator starts off as Microsoft Train Simulator, and then Railworks, coming to Train Sim as part of Dovetail Game Fuji. So that's the original Train Sim, and still gets still gets new content as it's push and push. As a Train Sim, it's very popular, loved by a lot of people, and because it's the older sim, you can run all the hardware as well without too much of a difficulty. Train Sim Worlds 2020 was the original Train Sim Worlds, which came out a couple of years ago, and is now discontinued. So that's replaced by Train Sim World 2, which is this one, and Train Sim World 2 is the new continued platform. So next year when it comes to 2021, make more easy, because that'll be Train Sim World 2020 still. Train Sim World 2 will continue to be updated and developed. So if you're going to buy a sim, either Train Simulator or Train Sim World 2. 2020, that's long gone, don't touch it anymore. Would I see West Coast Man over Shap? That'd be a very fun one. Can link a guide to moderator if it allows you to. Go on then. Drop a link to it. I'll have a read that later. Any special travel? Whatever makes sense. Traveller, whatever makes sense. Give me a few minutes like PC Noise Traveller. See you in a bit. Put in Discord, please, yes. Welcome, FPSC, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Welcome to the very fast, very beautiful TGV. Well, beeping there. Very fast, very beautiful TGV Series 200 train. Very fast, very fun. Joe Train Transfer 21 lot longer seems good too. Yeah, I mean, let's say Transfer World, despite being the older platform, is still very well developed, very well up to date, and new routes coming through all the time. So, as time goes on, as more developers make routes for it, it still gets support, and every year it upgrades to the new thing. So, in a few months' time, will come Train Sim 2022, which will be like the next episode 2021. So, new engine, upgrades, better, what's the word? Better optimization. And so, every year the platform upgrades, you only pay for the new routes. Why has Dovetail Games discontinued Train Sim series? Because at the end of the day, it's the more popular sim. I believe more people still use Train Simulator over Train Sim World, but that still it's getting more and more balanced these days. And at the end of the day, you've got a lot of die-hard fans of Train Simulator who will never leave it. And it's not just Dovetail Games upgrading it as well. I mean, you've still got Just Trains who do maps for it, Rivet Games do maps for it all the time. A lot of third-party support. A lot of third-party support that just keeps Sim running. So, at the end of the day, in terms of a company, if it makes you money, don't get rid of it. And in terms of the simulation community, if people are using it, if people are enjoying it, then why get rid of it? If people want it, don't discontinue it. Alright, so I'm going to start slowing down now, since we are very nearly at Avignon, 12 kilometers to go. Can you see passenger view? We'll go through passenger view at some point for sure, Big Ben. We'll have a chance to go through the back. See the train from the rear perspective. Cheers to that traveller. Have a look. Yes, and a lot more content as well. So because it's been out for about 15 years now, 15-20 years, it's got a lot more routes, a lot more content, and therefore more survivability in the long run. Flight Sim World. So when it came to Flight Sim Worlds, that's a bit of a different one because Dovetail were committed to keeping it running, but Dovetail committed to keeping it running, but ultimately it just proved that there's a few factors. So one, it was never super popular, and at the end of the day, they spent money on the platform for no return. Nobody was using it, and therefore economically, Dovetail were just throwing money away basically. And in terms of sim, again, FSX, P3D and X-Plane were all popular. Flight Sim Worlds just never really fit into things, and as a result, it kind of became forgotten about. It very much became discontinued. So it's a shame because I very much enjoyed that platform, especially the cloud mother effects were fantastic in it. But got discontinued, and then Dovetail lost the entertainment license for Flight. So Microsoft reclaimed the entertainment license and regained FSX, because FSX Team Edition was already a Dovetail thing, but Microsoft came back, took it back, and then released Flight Simulator 2020. So I'm sure there's a whole thing behind that, which I'm not going to go into. Hang on, let's release the brake splits. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more behind it that we don't know. But number one reason, it just wasn't selling well as a result. Just didn't carry it on. Can you show us delivery design for the train? Sure, we'll have a delivery design for sure. You're desperate to say they never took off. Yes, Flight Sim World never took off. It never got the range it needed. No, I do miss Flight Sim World. It was a growing platform. They actually got like a built-in career mode and all that working as well. So they actually were working on it, and a lot of features that people are asking for. It just all kind of dissolved from there. Do a Drawyah livery for this train. I'll give it a go. Ultimately, the logo wasn't created by me. It was created by Delta Who of one of the flight sim companies, FlyJSim. Delta Who FlyJSim was like, "Hey Drawyah, check out this," and I'm like, "Ooh, very nice." And then I use it from there. Great guy, Delta. Very good to talk to. Also, fan of trains. Sometimes the links about on these streams. Right, welcome to Avignon. That was like the most grand station in the world. That's that one. That was like the most grand station in the world, but serves a high-speed stop. Yeah, but we'll take it. Right, so that's about 30 kilometers per hour. And then crawl to the end of the platform. Both sets of braking. Yeah, 12-car stop. That'll do us nicely. Right, welcome to Avignon. So we'll open doors on the left. Station. Can't quite get the freedom of that. Car park at the back there. Little plaza at the front there. In retrospect, Avignon, it's a sizable town, not really a city, it's a sizable town here in France. Therefore, it just serves as more of a standard stop on the route. Two high-speed platforms in the middle there for trains that don't stop. Here it's Avignon. We've got the next train board over here. So next train departs at 12:48, currently 12:36 in the sim. And the train to Marseille-Saint-Charles, TGV 5332. Aix-en-Provence and Marseille-Saint-Charles, 12-car set. Is our train rolling? Oh my gosh, it is. Hang on, why are you rolling? Do we need to use that brake? So does the power brake not do anything when the train's not moving? That's, whoops. I'm sure that's safety notes against my name already. Short suspension as well. Doors on the platform. Yeah, I was saying, I might check the brakes. The train's just rolling away. There we are, 12:36 to train departs. Marseille, so it came from Marseille, it's Avignon. The train goes towards, was there another train coming the other direction? 616, that's us, platform 4. Or track flooring, so in Europe, it's not platforms, it's tracks. So that will be track, hang on, can't get, there's platforms, so again, different words. So in Europe you use track 1, track 1, 2, track 3, track 4. In the UK, you use platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, platform 4. So it's done by tracks, not platforms. We'll have a chance to explore some of these stations as well. But for now, let's close the doors and let's. Okay, so green balls are arrivals, blue balls are departure. Okay, cheers, that traveller. Again, that's to acknowledge. Yes, so green for the arrivals, blue for departure. Cheers. And there we go, level 38. Actually, there you go, level 39 on the character, level 5 on the routes, level 4 on the duplex. Very, very good. A little bit behind schedule there, but only within a minute. Did rather well to that. Let's head back to the main menu, and let's do a platform Norway as well. Cool, yo. Let's do a trip in the other way. Actually, we'll have a delivery editor, and then we shall get going with that. So, let's just create a new, you say Drawyah livery. So let's have an edit, and let's see what it looks like. So there we are, a ghostly white TGV Duplex. Oh yeah, each carriage is different, is it? Okay, that'll take a bit of time to put together. M1R1, R2, R3, R5, R6, R7, gosh. So every single carriage we'll do separately. So we'll go for the motor 1. Add a new layer, shape. Let's let's have a nice base. Side, so front, up. Oh, that's very nice. They've changed that. It's actually select side straight away in regards to where you're going to do this from. So if I was to do that, I'll change colour to, I don't know, shade of bluish. Each TV set is 10 cards, yes, so 10 cards is long, and you can put 2 of those together to make a 20 card set. So I'll place that, and I'm going to duplicate you, and move you across to the left. Try and get you to the side there. I probably won't use delivery, just kind of muck about and see what it kind of creates. You never know. Place you, let's make a new shape. Yeah, creating a logo is going to be impossible because I can't get the shape of the airplane in here and then work it out from there. That's, I don't know, make some fun little thing. If you can tell, I don't spend too much time delivering, so the only time I really made a livery for this was the Bakerloo line. I did the thing, yeah, Bakerloo was the only time I really used livery ads before. No, it seems rather comprehensive that. Again, every carriage is different, so therefore you do need to go through every single set. So I presume that there. Oh, that's an interesting car. So let's off for. We'll have a look. In fact, let's go to a. No, it won't say changes. Let's jump down to a route. Let's have a look around the train and let's get ourselves going. So back, back, back. Continue. Mediterranean. Assessing the dream. Raising your parade. Mixing up. Good nights. Explore, timetable. Let's go for a little bit of clouds. I don't go for rain just yet. A bit of wind. No snow. That's locked out. In fact, presets. Do we get winter presets? Summer, autumn, winter. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, we do get snow here as well. So let's actually go for a winter snow. Why not? So select that. Select the train. We'll start at Avignon. Okay, 10:14 service towards Marseille-Saint-Charles. Must be that each car is an extremity. Bar said around carriage is correct. So let's begin. Take control of the train. Smart switch active. Cab lights on. Unlock doors on the left. We'll set you to, hang on, so train forward, set you to nope, set you to select speed since we're already in the automatic section. 320 sets, that's all fine, that's all fine. Release, well, I won't quite release you because we know train starts rolling away if we do. Wipers, that's standing, wipers is you. So 10 seconds, 40, 60... Cool. So wipers are, where are you? Here ticking, can't quite see this section. Turn on the safety system, we'll clear you. So we'll leave some wipers on for the sake of it. So 40. Train departs in about a minute. Make sure everything is set as it should be, that's all fine. Very fancy cab this, very fancy cab light on, corridor lights left and right. Don't need those. Climate control, turn that on. Got fans at the back there. So I'm going to heat up the high since it's snowing. No sounding. Panel lights left. No need. Panel light right, don't need that. Local noise is fine. Alerts that. Horn. LGV mode is set. Pantograph all sets to normal. On. Weights on. Right, so at this point, dim the lights. We're pretty much ready to. We're already going, are we? Because this braking system because its braking system's too sensitive. Right, there we go. Let's have a look. So, take care, Leo. Talk to you later. Safe citizens? Yes, we are. Very quiet speed train? Absolutely. It's nice to have it in the sim, for sure. Ah, hazard lights. There we go. That's why it's flashing outside. So we'll close the doors now. And very shortly, get ourselves going. Want to clear everything in your last flight to start a new one. Very nice. How do you reset MCDU? Basically, to reset the MCDU, sets the destination, or type in a new destination arrival airport, and that resets it automatically. Right, what we're doing wrong. So, training forwards, there we go. We'll set you to select speed, select 60 to 320, and go. Hang on, release brakes, and then go. Right, that's the move. Train 477, prepare for departure. Drawyah, yes. Shouldn't the red signal markers on TVM display be centered, not offset? Truthfully told, I don't know. In regards to TVM, I'm still kind of learning the basics. I'm sure once I've finished stream, I'll do a bit of research on it and then work out from there. But I don't know is the honest answer for that one. Yeah, so top speed of the line is 320, so actually going to reduce it to 170 since it's current line speed right now. But 320 is top speed of this line, and the speed that we will be hitting relatively quickly in our journey. Brakes are applied. Shouldn't be. It's 300. So with the wet and icy track right now, the adhesion will definitely be non-existent, and therefore train will start to slip a little bit. Hopefully the train's automatic speed control will mitigate that for us. We'll see how it goes as we continue our journey. But definitely looking rather good at that. Nice and snow covered. Should be black. Marcus horn as you can. Similar high pitch horn to what you get in Germany. For example, on the Talent 2. High pitch. Quiet from inside, we can hear it from the outside. I love Steam Locos Old Tech, yes. Steam Locos very fun to go through. We have another volunteer on that. Although currently out of service, it goes through its 10-year checkup. I don't know why Dovetail game got that wrong, because it said it was right on the previous TGV's class 305. Is blue and grey livery also in the sim? No. So the only livery in the sim is the current black and maroon. Regional blue not in the sim, I'm afraid. Route is 93 kilometers, top speed of 320. Do you think it's long enough? I mean, well, we did one service already. It took us about 40 minutes, 30-40 minutes to get from one side to the other, so in terms of timing, it's pretty much on par with the other services. And plus, with the editor, I'm sure you can get some rather long trips out of this one, especially in the slower locos between the two stations. Avignon to Aix-en-Provence is a very, very long way. That does take a bit of time. Currently 10:20, about 15 minutes to get to the other side. In terms of length, I've got no major problems with that one. No chariot, you take care, have a good one. Yes, under arrest, there's a police car outside. Congratulations again, DLC Ali. Cheers to Ian. Thank you very much, and massive thank you to Dovetail. I should probably copy Ali as well, so as always, people interested when new routes come out, on this occasion it's nice to get out a little bit early to showcase what it has to offer. So again, massive thank you to Dovetail for providing us with that. You've reached the speed without TVM and the emergency brake will be activated. Good to know. Try not to get too fast. 8 times on board for Jared? Yes, these trains do have toilets on board them. It's a bit of a fiddly train this, class Series 200, a bit fiddly in terms of starting it up, but in regards to that, it's more realistic that way, in terms of actually having to sit down, set train up, and take it over from whatever train drive you've left it behind. Fiddly, but very rewarding, in that case of whether or not we can actually stop in time for reaching the next station. Yeah, we'll be fine. 52 kilometres, 13 minutes. iDriving consequences, yes we are. We have got 2 train sets with us right now, and the 4th one to set. So double consist we are actively using right now. There's the water frozen over as well. Answer is... whoops. Not quite frozen over. Definitely looking more icy than before. Would not want to be swimming in that. For a fin, that's a classic summer's day. Tossage train, so Tossage train, we're at it right now, 320 kilometers an hour. So it's about 180 miles per hour. In fact, maybe 200. Hey Google, what is 320 kilometers per hour in miles per hour? $199 miles per hour. 199 miles per hour. You take care, Niels. Have a good one. Nice to see you. Bye. I'm sure we'll talk later. The Schnellfaster Coronation route gave us 70 km routes and loved it. IC train speed up to 250, around 30 minutes. But Hauptstadt Munich to Augsburg is 25. So this one, in terms of distance, is longer. In terms of timing, even with a faster train, does take a while as well. So again, if you use an editor, stick an IC on it, I'm sure you can get a fair route out of it, that's for sure. Long distance, very straight, very flat. A lot of fun to be had. It's faster than F1 car, of course. Can I drive a car? No, I can't actually. I've never driven a car before. Fun facts. I've flown an aeroplane, driven a train, I've not driven a car. Looks like I'm doing things backwards here. Welcome Gabrielle from Sweden, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Hopefully all is well. We're about a third of the way there now, from Avignon to Aix-en-Provence. That TGV? Yes. Yes I do. It's very fun. Very simplistic. Well, simplistic. It's a complicated train, lots of stuff to fiddle around with. But once you get going, very rewarding. A lot of fun certainly to be had with this one. Again, I just love that speedometer. Your speed there, and also you got your little G thing there, so it actually tells you when you're slowing down, when you're slowing up. Very, very smart train this. Okay, that opens the door. Planes are easy for Drawyah, not cars. You made me go all in Microsoft Flight Sim, love it. But you did take off from Manchester the other way, you did 320. What made you plane turned left off the ground? Install the A32NX, Axel. The A32NX fixes so many problems in the sim. Commercial pilot's license for car license, you never know. Have you been on Thameslink? Yes, I have been on Thameslink. Well, I live in London. Thameslink I go on so often. TGV French monster. Well, train à grande vitesse, more like high-speed train. Again, operated by the SNCF, the Société Nationale des Chemins de la France, the French National Railway Company, and right now we are on the LGV, the Ligne à grande vitesse Est Européenne, which is the East European high-speed line. Yes, TGV, so like I say, the train à grande vitesse. High speed train. Right, we're just down to 300 here. Next live stream planned, probably on Friday. If not Friday, no, can't do Friday because I'm doing an interview with Sky Blue Radio. So it'll be Saturday, next live stream. Next live stream will be on Saturday. Welcome Bosniak. I need to reset shutting down now because it's not doing anything. We'll go down to 250. Oops, shoots. Right, well, we've just had the emergency brakes come to life because, well... yeah, station course out there, train was not slowing down, and ultimately, we've, missed, so... we're going to slow down now. Train will come to a halt, and then we'll have to restart from there. Is the LGV release? Releases tomorrow, Bosniak. LGV releases tomorrow. Gosh, emergency brakes are active. We're still slipping. Still wheel slipping out here. Eventually we'll come to a halt. Hopefully, in fact, we might even be able to release the brakes and continue on. Hang on. If I would turn that off, the emergency brakes have already kicked in. Therefore, hang on. Hang on. So the brakes have released on the left. The question is, can I apply power? The answer is no. Circuit breakers need to reset. Forward. I'll switch over to manual control. What hour? So on consoles it releases at midnight. On PC it releases about 6 PM. So traditionally, Dovetail released stuff at 6 PM on a Thursday. Because on console I can't set the time, they have to make it a midnight release because they have to, but traditionally it's always been a 6 PM release. So we're going to apply power. What's stopping us? Pantographs are down. Okay, that explains that as well, so we'll do that. We'll re-raise you. Circuit breaker resets. Train 4. There we go. Got there. We got there. So let's do that to 300 again. So we'll cut you, set you forward, reset you forward to 50. So line speed 300. Go to 300. Very fiddly train this, but once you get there, you get there. When are you up unit? What do you mean by that, Oliver? Up units. Any plan on landing in Sweden? Oh, do that this weekend then. I've had a few Sweden requests. I might do Gothenburg actually. I have quite a few requests for Gothenburg, so I'll try and implement that. This Haylan, I'm sure I'll do the same later. Of course, Ian. Of course. I mean, as I say, this is my first reaction to this train. I've done any previous... I've not driven yet. This is my first kind of proper stream, proper look at it. The more you practice, the better it eventually gets. Come to Denmark, way better than Sweden. Kastrup, airport so neat. Are there any A320 flights between Gothenburg and Kastrup? Let me know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe, I don't know, a Scandinavian SAS route, perhaps. How to get LGV? So, Dovetail provided me with a copy of the sim early, and therefore they give me a chance to stream it early, have a look at it, and enjoy it from there. I have a girlfriend. I mean, I don't generally go into personal life, but if you're that interested, then no, I don't. So I'm going to be a bit behind schedule now because that's slowed down. Should be there in about 3.5 minutes. So another 50 kilometers to go. You're a real train well driver. Nicely added on train well too. Ah, very nice. Very nice, William. Which line do you drive on? Which line do you operate? If you're allowed to say, of course, social media policies at work might stop you from saying that. Your Discord, very nice, Oliver. Good to talk to you there later. So quick note down for later. So sloping up speed now. I'll be sure to use a bit more of the train brake in order to actually keep things running smoothly. Driving Belgium for SNCF, also Belgian lines, Brussels, Mini, etc. Very nice, very nice. I've not actually been to Belgium before. I do mean to, I haven't had a chance. Your French on TGV, very nice, Pierre. Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. Bonsoir. Ça va bien, merci. Welcome back, NTFS, NZ, sorry, how you doing? Welcome back. These trains are going above 180. I wonder if there's a reason for that. It's putting brakes on. It's downhill grading 3.5%, so perhaps it's just trying to stop from accelerating too much. We'll see. Welcome, training fan. How you doing? Welcome back. You speak French? I spent about 10 years studying French at school, so while I'm not great at the French, if I spent enough time practicing it, I could probably learn it again without too much difficulty. I mean, I can answer the basics like bonjour, ça va bien, merci. I can answer your birthday. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? Bon anniversaire. I can remember the odd words like un stylo is pen, l'école is school. So if I spend enough on chien, unciat, dog and cat. So again, if I spent the time to practice it, I could probably pick it up without too much difficulties. Yep, 10 kilometers to go now. 10 kilometers to go. Yeah, brakes are applied. Yes, brakes are applied right now. That's down to the automatic control there. So we're running on automatic speed flex right now. The downhill gradient at 3.5%. Trying to set the train to 250 kilometers per hour. So still put the brakes on because it'll start accelerating too much, and with the snowy icy track, just opens things up for derailment. So brakes being applied, absolutely fine. You should be slipping more in this weather. Of course, of course. Don't want the magic brakes to kick into play again. Be very careful with this system. Only 16 kilometers in the duplex, very nice. This is beta duplex, yes. So it comes out tomorrow, like I say. So Dovetail give me a chance to stream a little bit early, See what it's all about. Now, if you apply the brakes, you have to set the power to 0. Not going to happen. Nope, I'd rather fight the train. I'm sure I'll learn it. I'm sure I'll get better with the braking. Just a case of basic learning. Horn, not a problem. So down from 170, we'll go down to about 100 kilometers an hour now. 2.8 kilometers to go. A little bit behind schedule, but we'll be alright. Love snow. Same here. Last Christmas, I spent 2 weeks out in Finland. -9 degrees centigrade. Very cold, but very, very pretty. I'm now going to switch over to manual control now, for the sake of bringing train into the station. We'll do it all by hand at this point. Welcome, Ness, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. Don't forget to do music with the horn. Sure, once in the covered bit of platform, get a little bit more grip on the track there, make life a bit easier for myself in terms of slowing down. So we release the pressure now, just cross the end of the platform, that'll do us rather fine. Do you play Fortnite? Nope, I've never played it and I never will. Depends on the line's VMAX material, you just 160 on high speed, H18 do 280 TCS. Have you been on Qantas before? Nope. Never been on Qantas, never been to Australia. Cool. That'll do. Will do. Never been on the stop board, but no one's gonna fuss about that. So nice everyone keeping their social distancing on the top bridge here. Aix-en-Provence being both a town, also a connection to the airports. Not too far away. Are there any Irish routes? No, Darren, not at this stage. There are no Irish routes in Train Sim World. I'm not sure about Train Simulator either, the original sim. Don't know if there's much in regards to Ireland over there. Have you been on Wiz? No. Have you been on CS? No. No and no. So the route's about, the route is 92 kilometers in length, 96 kilometers in length from start to finish. Hang on, we'll do it properly now. So selected, up you go, and 170 once we select up. 11 kilometers to change over, and then we'll switch over to the local manual lines. Yes, ton de gun vitesse. C'est magnifique. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Right, let's get going. So, back onto the high-speed track again. Up to 170 to stay. So this isn't the fastest track in the world. Now that we're heading towards Marseille, about 20 kilometers end of the line. Fortnite is dangerous. Horn, please. Up to 230 now. There she go. This is Train Sim World, Darren. This is Train Sim World. Turn the gun. Vibrations, of course. Down to 200 now, so we'll reduce you. And into the tunnel, so got a few tunnels coming up ahead now. At the end of this tunnel section, then switch over to the local low-speed power setup. Ah, shoot. Completely missed that one. Completely buggered that. Right, so turn that off, turn it on again, reset you. We'll need to re-raise the pantograph, so lower you, circuit breaker off, on, re-raise you. Wait for the light to appear. Reset that. And now, hopefully, power goes back again. Right. Carry on. Yep, sounds like talents there, the horn. No rip yet. We have maintained it. Just got to be careful in the future. On 60 is the limit for this tunnel. I really train driver. Volunteer. I volunteer at a railway. I'm going through drive training in that, but not mainline, not job. No, I'm not a pilot. I'm not a train driver. I just know enough of it to not mess up. There hasn't been a Microsoft train simulator for about 25 years, Rio. And likewise, what would be the point in integrating a train and flight sim? Two very different setups that look very different on the ground compared to the air. So you need a bit more of a thing around that there, Rio, to work. Love streams, thank you for Aviation Games. If I enjoy the watch, thank you very much. I always miss a bit of the immersion realism in the sim. I honestly just miss a bit of immersion realism on the sim. In regards to what, William? What do you kind of miss out on? 21's better than Train Sim World because you have the best French train by Sim Express. Yes, third-party support in Train Simulator right now, still greatly over Train Sim World. Train Sim World's growing in terms of third parties. You've got River Games, you've got another developer working on routes now. Welcome, Andre, how are you doing? Welcome to the chats. So, any moment now, we need to lower the pantograph and prepare the train for power change. What happened there? That's the safety warning system, but I actually don't know what that signified. Hang on. What was that warning there all about? I missed that one. I pressed acknowledge or vigilance, but I'm not sure if that was quite that. I might miss something there. Right, okay, so now I've got to change powers. So we're going to isolate, lower, yeah. Switch down to the DC setup, so local slow lines. I'm going to won't raise you just yet because we're now on the section track where it has no power. back up again, so we'll raise you. Should now be on DC, so there you go, circuit breaker resets, power's back in, and we switch over to manual control. Cool, let's carry on. 5 kilometers to Marseille. Cruise control, now set it to 0 again. You have the hair of a real train driver, just like H2I. Do you like HSTs? Yes, I do like HSTs. We get 5 kilometers to the speed limit, it beeps. We didn't go above the speed limit there. I'm sure I've missed something. I'll rewatch it later. I'm sure I missed something obvious. We'll turn it back on now, the KVB TVM. Turn it all on again. Dev version. Like say, dev version. French, you know that. I'll be more careful of that as well. Yeah, you need to load the pantograph before you raise it. Yes, that makes sense. Should have a button which has to press in case the driver faints away out of Big Mac. That's called Dead Man's Handle. So in this case, my foot is on these 2 plates here. Let's let go or release it. The train will eventually apply the brakes and then shut off. Gives you a few seconds in case you're just moving your legs a bit. But ultimately, leave them there as long as possible. 100 minutes? Oh gosh, we have been going for a little while. Fair enough. We'll do a couple more runs and then we'll bring things to an end. So we'll do a depot run as well. And then we'll see. We'll see about another run. But I'm enjoying this so far. Definitely enjoying this one. There you go, it's doing it again. It's done it again. I'm not sure what it means, but it's done it again. I don't know what that means. I'm going to leave the systems off now. Perhaps someone can tell me. It might sound stupid, but is this what an actual train pilot would do while they switch over? Yes, that's something a train driver would do. Why they switch over? It's because the... Hang on, let's reset the train again. Lower, reset, raise, wait for the circuit to appear, clear, and go. Why? So, different parts of the line have different electrical systems. So, some use third rail, some use overhead catenary, AC/DC, or in this case, you'll call it the LGV, the high-speed system. And so, ultimately, you need to, depending on what track you're on, depending on what line you're on, you may need to switch between the different systems, and therefore you'll do that by loading pantographs, reset system, raise pantograph, keep train going. So we've left the high speed system, we're now on the local slow lines. You can drive, I mean I pressed the Q button to acknowledge it, but it just doesn't seem to want to play ball there. Let's just slow down for the points there. Very much slow down now. Whoops a daisy. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that. Recipes passengers of the brake, of course. Also, don't go too much braking because it's wet slippery track right now. Don't think drive. I think driver doesn't have TGV license. Of course, I don't. No, this is still well beyond us British train people. We still have good old manual control, no cab systems, and basic trains. They slip too much because the arm goes off, train slaps in real life, which is also a real disease, okay. So is that something to do with slipping then? I'll keep an eye on that. Welcome Theo from France, welcome back, how you doing? Go right to buffer set. Cab looks similar to two of our materials in Belgium. Very nice. I mean, it's a standard high-speed cab, this. Can't imagine there'll be too many differences. Who's the constructor of this train? It's not Bombardier. I'll have a look in a second who the constructor of these trains are. Doors open. Let's disembark. Look at this thing, it's ancient. Well, it's not ancient, but it's definitely definitely got some aging to it. Alstom, there you go, cheers for that route. The Alstom Series 200 SNCF high-speed trains. And there's the map, the very detailed map. If you ever get lost on this route, always refer to the map. Gare de Marseille-Saint-Charles, Gare de Aix-en-Provence, turn à grande vitesse, and Gare d'Avignon, turn à grande vitesse. My French going to give up on me shortly. We've got a proper... Oh, it's a scenario indicator, this one. And how station can we explore? We actually explore a fair bit of the station, that. Now on the local lines platforms. Platform K, platform L. Who's all letters here? Very nice. Got a high-speed train coming here later on. 12:24, 11:12. So this one comes very shortly. Our train has just arrived. Parts at 12:09. And there's our train. Very nice, very nice. Lock the doors, and let's bring things to an end for this run. Do you think that will implement multiplayer trains mod? I believe they will do. I believe they will do. I mean, especially in terms of some like the island line where you got proper guard system set up there. I'm sure soon enough you'll get all the fancies of that. Yeah, trains mod 3 hopefully. Right, let's have a look. So overall, not too bad on the speed limit there. A few moments of brakes coming in prematurely, but we'll manage that. Timing a bit behind schedule again, but otherwise not too bad in terms of stopping distance. I can live for that. We'll depot run now, and then we'll see. Do we do another route? Let's have a look. One part's going to Steve. A couple of people seem to start tuning out now. Let's have a look. So explore. Let's go for timetable. We'll do a depot run. We'll do it in clear weather again. Let's throw a few clouds in there while we're here. So leave depot. Drive train from depot to Marseille to begin TGV service. Return to depot. We'll do a return to depot run. So we'll leave the station. We'll go to depot. Visit first class. Sure. Since it's a depot run, therefore not under any timetable constraints, we'll have a chance to go through the train. Have a look inside. There's no timetable now, so we can easily have a look outside the train. Cool, so your low compartments, you've got your upper compartments. It's a magical thing behind that. So let's go through carriage, let's have a look. So I presume that'll be a toilet. There you go, you've got your toilets there. Sorry, your toilets. Little phone thing there, so presumably this is like you can talk on your phone. Bench out here. Carry on through. Ah, no, let me through. Luggage racks, your luggage. Going through second class, more luggage racks. I believe down at the bottom, back downstairs. Not much regards. Not much here for wheelchair users really. I mean, you've got a wheelchair accessible toilets, but I presume wheelchairs can't really use steps. That's obviously a thing in real life that I've recreated, but I'm going to say, I don't think this is the most wheelchair friendly train in the world. If we go head down the train, I'm sure maybe like a carriage further down, which is a little bit more for lower beds. Where's Matt's? Ooh, hang on, this is interesting. This is fancy. Now, this is the canteen car. You got your food counters there. You got your benches there. That's very fancy. It's like a bar in here. Won't give up just yet. Got your bins. Now we're talking. There's a little side door. That's all the catering stuff's coming through. No lower deck either. This is all upper deck here. All upper deck. Also, that's like a little guard's hidey hole. Downstairs again. Another toilet. So actually, was there maybe like a kitchen downstairs or something, perhaps? Because the entire lower deck's all blocked off there. In reality, the steps raise themselves to be at wheelchair level, then lowers down again. Now wheelchair passenger compartments. So it's raise themselves. Oh, hang on. So if I go back down again. So you're saying that if someone came on the... So, we open the door here. So, that's fine. A wheelchair could easily go next to that's level. But then, I don't see... So, how does that kind of lower itself here in regards to wheelchair moving on? That's the bit I don't get. That's fine. That's level. Then you got 2 steps down, which I don't quite see the stairs moving there. Oh no, maybe I'm missing some of the picture there. Cheers to that, Rao. Thank you very much. Good night. Take care. No queue toilets, not real. Of course not. No Gerald on this train, therefore we're right. And there we go. That's the end of our 10 car sets. This is first class. So much fancier seats. Table combo lamps. Slightly brownie interior. Very fancy indeed. Little footrests. Lower deck, first class. Presumably more of the same. Fancy seating. Oops. Wheelchair assistance there. Difficult to explain. Try and fetch it online. Please do, please do. I'm interested to see how it all fits here. When Sim's releasing? So it releases tomorrow. How much it costs? I believe will be the standard Dovetail games $22.99 for DLC. So standard Dovetail costing for the new routes out tomorrow. Right, let's get going. So you come on. Leave you on the DC mode. We'll raise the pantograph. Wait for the circuit breaker to appear. Trying in normal driving modes. Or forwards, normal. Wait. Ah, there we go. And sets. Powers in the train. Set you. Clear you. Brakes will release. And let us now depart from Marseille, almost to the depot. Cespia is beautiful. It is. It is. It's very well put together, this. The train's fantastic. The route is beautiful. Dovetail done a fantastic job in putting this all together. Ooh, door's open. Fantastic job putting this all together. Welcome, Pierre. How you doing? Bonjour, ça va? What are the PC specs for this? So my specs right now, I'm running an i7-6700 with 32 gigs of RAM and a GTX 1660 graphics card. We're running on running on ultra settings right now. Out of Marseille, get about 30 FPS. Once we've left, easily getting about 60, no problem. As that is, this is a depot, 500 metres from the stop. Whew. Almost was that one. Shenton lights, no more than 30 kilometres. Audio. Who speaks French? Barely I do. Your French is perfect. It's not, like I say, I can say a few words, but only a very few words. Well, that was a very quick run to the depot. 300 metres and then we stop. So I think we'll do one more high-speed run after this. We'll do one more run. And then we'll bring things to an end. Bonsoir, la française. Je petit parler français. Parle, sorry. Je petit parle français. Du coup, c'est cool. Je suis français. Je parle français. Is there no captions on YouTube? No, Sean. No, there isn't. Well, you can set captions, but not on the live stream. Not on the live stream. Okay, I'm now completely lost with the French in the chat now. No idea what people are saying. I hope it's clean. Right, here we go. 100 meters, and then we stop. We continue. So where those lights are, presumably, we need to stop. And there we have it. That was a run to the depot. Nothing about that really. Please try and stick to English for our fellow speaking English viewers. I mean, I don't mind what language people speak. At the end of the day, it's an international world. Speak what you want to speak. Does the train go fast? It breaks through the barriers of reality. If we're breaking through the barriers of reality, then we're doing something horribly wrong. So again, we'll do a bit of cloud strength, a little bit of wind. We'll do another daytime run. And we'll go, we'll do another journey to Marseille, so we'll try and get the return trip right, because the outbound trip was perfect, no issues, no problem with the speed in there, absolutely fine. We'll try and get the return trip perfect, and then we'll see what's from there. How many hours of playtime do you have in trains in Microsoft Flight 20 at this point? A lot. Right, let's get going. So, on, open, normal, LGV, circuit breaker, resets, forwards, automatic, 170, and wait. See, you learn the processes. This I've come French live now. Okay, so, bonjour, ça va? Pardon me. I go back to well in my past now, so I don't even remember any sort of French. No, I can't do it, I'm afraid. Not without Google Translate. That's it, I can tell you. So we're right now in a TGV Train à grande vitesse. The company here is Société Nationale des Chemins de la France. And the LGV, our current line mode right now. LGV. That's the Ligne à grande vitesse Est Européenne, which is the European high-speed lines. Right, wait till 1512, and then we go. The Tour de Eiffel, the Tour of the Eiffel. Tower of Eiffel. The Gens Vons, yeah. You guys enjoy your French chat, so I'm just going to talk on my own for a bit. Right, 30 seconds, and then we shall depart. You look at this train, and then look at what we have in. Now we sit back, relax, and let this do all the work. Brakes off, power forward, train moves. What does LGV mode do? So LGV is, like I said, so it's the Ligne à grande vitesse Est Européenne, which is the East European high-speed line. Basically, it's a different way of drawing power from the overhead catenary that's a lot smoother for high-speed operation. So with top speed of 320 km an hour, it's basically, like I said, just an easier way for the train to an easy way for the train to draw power and therefore operate at equally as high speed. Also, fast acceleration. So this is DC. It's dual currents, and it's compatible with LGV. DC slow acceleration doesn't draw power as efficiently, so it's just like I say, another way of drawing power more efficiently, and that's for better high-speed operation. Yeah, we'll leave that on. Up to 300 now. .70 past. Fast train this. At some stage I do want to give the TGV a ride long distance. I mean, about a month and a half ago I went to Berlin. A couple of years ago I went to Berlin. I mean, I've been to Berlin before when it was a school trip though. I got a chance to kind of go on my own, see what I wanted to see. So I did a couple of that. I then rode from the Spandau districts to central Berlin. On that, I decided, I mean, I could have gone a bit earlier, but I waited a couple of minutes for an ICE 3 specifically, so we went and did that. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. It's a very fancy train, the ICE 3M, so I rode that. I've been to Paris once. I rode here via Eurostar. There's quite a few yeah, press Alt F will go faster. Very funny, Marco. Rode the Paris Metro quite a bit, a couple of subsurface trains as well. But apart from Eurostar, I've not done high speed on the well, I've done high speed on the French network, because that's what Eurostar is, between Paris and Lille. So it's possible. Just going to see how it all goes from there. Any must-have routes CCS Train Mod 2? I mean, the default Bay Cologne I absolutely adore. The Great Western I adore. East Coast Way, very good routes. I mean, this actually I'd probably put up there as well. It's a very pretty route. This very good for high speed. A couple of German routes in there as well. So the Munich line I very much enjoy. Both you've got the high speed line and the local slow stopper. I'd say the routes that we've had since Train Mod 2 has come out have been very, very strong contenders for good stuff here. Trying to get Joy's opinion on this since he's being a YouTuber. Hang on, what's your question there, Sean? Sorry, I might have missed your question there. Do ask it again, I'll answer. Up to 320 now, 20 kilometers an hour. Top speed to this line. What do you enjoy about it? About streaming? It's just talking to people, really. Talking to people, sharing what I enjoy. Because I could easily fly on Microsoft Flight Simulator and drive a train on Train Sim on my own. I could easily do that whenever I wanted, however I want to. But then it's kind of like, what's the end goal of that? What am I doing with it? And so, at least with streaming, it's like, I'm still driving it, I'm still enjoying it. But at the same time, I kind of share that view out in the chats, and I guess it gives more of a purpose. So, I'm driving it, people enjoy it, people get to enjoy it and watch it. And then chat with you guys in the chat as well, two-way conversation. It's just, I don't know. I enjoy what I do, I enjoy these sims. Streaming just makes it a bit more fun on the outside. So like I say, this will be our last run in the on new routes. We will take some Marseille and then bring it to an end. Working Useful Sim, it's available on Steam, PlayStation and Xbox. That's on Steam, Xbox and PlayStation, and it comes out tomorrow. For Dovetail games. Steam, Xbox and PlayStation. You want to start streaming playing Microsoft Flight Sim? What's what you need? Start the basics. Install the broadcast processing software like OBS. Set up a channel. Get going. Your first streams will always be, I guess, the more basic, simple ones, but become confident first. Start basic streams, become confident, and then build on top of it. So start with like your overlays, your webcams, all that kind of stuff. It's always you got to start somewhere. I've been on YouTube now for 4 or 5 years, and only recently with the Microsoft Flight Sim release I've seen massive growth, but let's see, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere, build on it, and see where it goes. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, YouTube. It takes time. I mean, this is alongside the main job. This is just a hobby for me. It's nice to get a bit of money out of it, but it's all a hobby. I enjoy what I do. Whatever money I do get from this goes to, well, I know, it's upgrading my PC. So, upgraded the RAM, upgraded the graphics cards, and very soon going to smash out on a motherboard and processor. So, yeah, it's like I say, a bit of extra niceties, upgrade system, talk to you guys. I enjoy it. A lot of fun. Anyone from France, do you get midnight your time? Oh, not yet midnight in France. It's currently 11:15. It's only an hour time difference ahead of us. Warhawk, watch streams on Splan. Now you're here for the entertainment. Good to hear, Warhawk. Good to hear. Like I say, you've been a long time supporter of the channel. You've been here since the very beginning of this, Microsoft flights and stuff. $40 kilometres to go to the next station. Yeah, in France about 11 PM now. Remember the mad 3,000 quid dono stream? That was the charity one, wasn't it? Yes, that was one where I did the charity fundraising for. It was supporting the Red Cross for COVID-19, so all the way I went to a charity for that one, and actually, well, I got a pin from it. Got a pin for the charity stream. I got a T-shirt somewhere as well. I think it's in the wash. But we raised quite a bit of money for that one. And we did the second charity fundraiser for the explosion in Beirut. So. Yeah, the explosion in Beirut a couple of months ago, and pretty much that day, everyone was like, you should fly in Beirut, you should fly in Beirut, you should fly in Beirut. So I was a bit 50-50 regarding flying to Beirut, because, well, if I went and did it, it looks like I'm trying to capitalise on an incident, but I'm not, that's not me. If something bad has happened, I'll be respectful, and try and, I guess, step around it. But then, for that one side, it actually, you know what, people are so interested in flying to Beirut, I'll do it, and I will try and do something good with it as well. So I set up a charity stream, and with that we raised about 500 and something for the Red Cross in there. So that got raised, and actually a couple of days later I got an email from someone at the Red Cross who were like, thank you very much for this. The money that's been raised has been sent to Red Cross in Beirut, who've used it to set up a camp, like tents and beds, shelters, foods. So the money on that went to supporting shelters and so in Beirut. So, like I say, I try and do what I can. I'm not exactly a big name out there, but I enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do. And some people enjoy watching it. What can I say, really? I can have 1 viewer, I can have 100 viewers. I'm not going to be any difference. Watch my old videos, I'm the same now as I was back then. 30 kilometers to go now, about 11 minutes. A little bit, start preparing to slow down. It's 66 good VR. I haven't had a problem with it, Ollie Heads. I've done a couple of VR things in the past. It can handle it. It can handle it without too much problem. Insert French words here. Nah, as long as they're enjoying their conversation, like I say, let them be. I'm not the biggest fuss over speak English, only speak English. People enjoy their own language, go ahead. Right, so let's reduce speed now to 300, I believe it is. We are going to force it. So I didn't trust the train. There we go, 300. No, it's 10:15. What do you do? CS. Midnight in the UK, the route will come out on console, and then at 6 PM it will come out on PC. So staggered release times, ultimately, hang on, we need to slow this train down again because it's going to hit the emergency brakes shortly. Staggered release times, ultimately Dovetail would like to release stuff at 6 PM, but because of console's limitations, it's kind of forced them to release stuff at midnight. So traditionally, Dovetail games are Thursday 6 PM, but consoles release midnights. Oh, we've got German in chat now from Ollie. Hello, ich bin Ollie. Guten Tag, Ollie. Yeah, my German is non-existent, I'm afraid. My German is absolutely non-existent. What's up? Not too bad, Ethan. Not doing too bad. How about you? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. For the motherboard, I'm probably going to go AMD for the motherboard and CPU. I'm probably going to go AMD for that. As much as I like Intel, AMD in recent years have done fantastic with their motherboards, so probably go with that route. Graphics card, I'm sticking with NVIDIA graphics cards all the way. But for motherboards and CPUs, AMD are really taking a kicking these days. Good man, do you think she gets through? I think so, Ethan. I mean, I'm very much enjoying it. 300 kilometers an hour shooting through the French countryside, French Riviera. It's a fantastic route so far. Okay, so you said that we have to speak English. Is it excited train? Got every month, but never drive it. Well, they can. I never said you have to speak English. Like I say, speak whatever language you find the most comfortable. As long as you're not like, well, I'm not going to say any examples, but as long as you're staying clean, then go ahead. Can you operate a single unit of 10 cars? I mean, we did one for the tutorial run to Avignon from Paris. I'll have a look. I'm not sure if there are too many 10 car services setups on this route. We've got Russian in there now. I have no idea what you're saying in there, Batagol. Can't even read the hieroglyphics of Russian. Can't wait to bring down Southfield. Yeah, Southfield high-speed line is going to be very fun. Very fun indeed. Very excited for that one. The only downside, I guess, is that there's a lot of tunnel in that route, but it's London to Faversham, I believe. London to Faversham. So once you pass Stratford, things really start to open up from there. So Pancras, Stratford, generally on the tunnel, but things open up very quickly after that. Was that very good weather? Yes, you do. You're using, actually, there's a 2 cents are huge, right? Let's go down now. So if we bring you to 280, I think it's actually 270 next speed limit's down, so we'll do that. See, I am learning. Route knowledge starting to pick up. 8 kilometers now to Aix-en-Provence, so we'll get ready for that. Just to remind you need to drive trains, but it's much faster low. New York subway, very nice. Should have gone to New York back in May, but sadly because of COVID, that trip was very quickly cancelled. So my visa allowance thing in America is still valid for a year and a half. I'll try and get there some stage. It does see a route they go through Edinburgh Waverley. It's near the transport there sometimes. There's a lot of train simulator routes in Edinburgh. Not so much Train Sim World, but you've got a lot of train simulator routes that do go through Edinburgh. Right, I need to restart them now because I've realised I'm going to miss the timing there. American smell McDonald's, English smell tea. I'm not quite sure what the science behind that one is, but thanks. I tell you what, we're going to switch over to manual control now. So we're going to bring you back to off. Switch over to manual control, and we'll just we'll take it from there. So release you, and hand drive it now rest of the way. So far, so good in terms of timing. It's doing very well. 170. We're at 160. If I get my haircut on Saturday, can't wait to get this horrible, horrible thing off the front of my head. So 2 kilometres to go now. It's slow down to about 60 kilometres an hour. Still at your COVID coupe. What's a COVID coupe, Warhawk? You have to explain that one to me, I'm afraid. What's your favourite train? My favourite train is either the Class 395 Javelin or the Class 166 Networker Turbo. 395 or the 166. Or the VR-SR2. The VR-SR2 is a loco and a very, very fun one at that. Oh yes, that's it. Okay, whoops. Oh no, sit down again, driver. Yep. When was the last time I actually got haircuts? A good couple of months ago now. Good couple of months ago. Just curious, where is the value of train travel in Europe versus flying? In Australia it's cheaper to fly than take the train. Depends on the routes really, but depends on the route, depends on the airline. So if there's a route operated by Ryanair, for example, I mean in the UK I could fly to just about anywhere in Europe for about £5, so that's like €7. So very, very cheap indeed. Ultimately, depends on the route, depends on the company, and also how much subsidy goes into each passenger journey. So some governments will subsidise more routes than others. There we go. Perfect. So that was a perfect stop. Put the brakes on now because this train just starts rolling. Doors open. Oh yeah, spot on that. Can't complain. There we go. Welcome to Aix-en-Provence. Have you ever been in the cab train or cockpit of the plane before? Yes and yes. I've been in the cab of a train. I've been in the cab of a 395. Sorry, a Class 390 Pendolino, 390. And that was actually on the very last day of Virgin Train's operation. So that was a very special day in that. And yes, I've been in a cockpit plane. I've been in the cockpit of a lot of planes. We've got a part in my life. Very nice deal. I've done a couple of I've done one gliding session before. I'd like to get a few more done at some point. Also done a few flights in light aircraft as well. I know Izukov. Ask as many questions as you want. I'm more than happy to answer them. More than happy. So I'm going to wait until 32 now till we depart. You've entered 7 Whiskey in a 320 cockpit. Very nice. Very nice. I've entered A320s, 737s. That's what I say really, 737s and A320s. I've looked in the cockpit of a 717, not really the biggest thing in the world. Embraer cockpit door was closed when I went on Embraer. I'm trying to think, are there any other planes I can think of where I've been in the cockpit or had a poke my head through? ATR door, well yes, at the back of the plane would be ATR. That's what I say really, I've not really been in too many large aircrafts. Not too many. When is Train Sim TGV? Comes out tomorrow. Pilius comes out tomorrow. So for console, it comes out in 90 minutes, 1 hour and a half. For PC, it comes out at 6 PM. 247 cockpit, and they got arrested. Fair enough. When it was Virgin Trains East Coast, got to start the engine 43. Very nice, very nice. You're the only one who got in the 7.5, 7.6 in Europe. 'Cause I know Icelandic Air still operate the 757. Not sure about any. There's not many 7.6 operators left in Europe. Can't think of any off the top of my head really, apart from maybe a few leasing airlines. Right, up to 230. 10 kilometres. We'll do the power changeover. Hopefully try not to mess up this time. See where it goes from there. Gosh, stream for 2 hours and 20 minutes. With 2 hour 30 by the end of this. Do you like the route? Yes, I do. NCFC, I absolutely adore it. High speed, fantastic train. A lot to manage. Very fiddly control train in this, but once you learn the basics, it's a very, very fun train to drive. You did a little mistake. Did I? Whereabouts, dear? What have I done wrong? Help me visit Australia. Fly to Sydney. Take the XXPT to Bathurst. From one hit Bathurst bullets and the last DMU to Sydney. I believe in Australia as well. You get quite a few Fokker 100 flights as well. Especially shoot. What have I done wrong this time? Speed, obviously. Give me a second. Let me reset this. Reset. Give me a second. We're gonna wall slip now. Isolated down. Emergency brakes are still holding. What I need to do is lower the pantograph, switch you off, switch you on again. That brake handle's going to stop us entirely there. Wait for the lights to appear. There we go. So release you. You go. Can't again because circuit breaker's broken. Hang on. So raise you again. Wait for that to appear. Reset you and go. Right, let's get moving again. Yes, you can do. You can set the speed to 2 miles per hour. You do it by the settings, so that will come under measurement units, automatic, imperial, or metric. I leave it on automatic because you're in France, therefore it makes sense to use kilometres. But yes, you can set it to miles in the menu if you want to. Am I going to? No, I'm not. Virgin Australia does, or did. I'm sure there's a few flights out of Perth to a few faraway places that are operated by some mining corporation airline. But could be wrong. Could be wrong. Let's try to be more careful there with the speed. So 160 will set you to. So again, so from going from Marseille to Avignon, I am pretty much spotless on. The return trip, I'm going to need to practice more on the route knowledge. Should have more time practicing that. I don't go fast with this in the corner, or train derails. Of course, of course. Welcome, Finley, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How are you today? So keep an eye out now for the power change board on the left. Holding at 160, so we're now going to get ready to load a pantograph. And in this tunnel, several meters of the track where there's just no power, no catenary whatsoever. So, power off. Pantograph down, circuit breaker off and on. Switch you now to DC. And now we wait. Now we wait. Oh, come on. Come on. That's not fair. There we go. Let's say, if we stops there, we have no power, we get stuck. Right, so almost at the power change board. Train's still slowing down. There we go. QH minor ones, there we go, yes. Right, so pantograph up, wait for the circuit breaker light to appear, and sets. Power's in, throttle forward. Try a horn. Do sometimes not support Provence. I believe there are a few trips that will skip it, go straight to Avignon, but there aren't many. There aren't many. If you spend a bit of time studying the route patterns, I'm sure you'd find them all. But so we've done a couple of runs so far. All of them have stopped there. We'll see how the feature strip goes. Right, okay, slow down now. Down to 110. Microsoft Train Sim in a better looking environment. In regards to what, Zukov? Have you ever seen the Microsoft Train Sim environment? It's not exactly the most filling. I know, so I've got a copy of it on disc in front of me. It's a good sim, but for the day, it's definitely aged. Definitely aged. Down to 60. Oops. It's 30 seconds to go. Another kilometre and a half. Just to our right, got the depot. Nope, I'm afraid 8 more expresses is a little bit beyond me there. Welcome Pedro, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Now just playing to Marseille. I have one last look around and then bring things to an end for today. But it's been a good run so far. It's been a very, very good run. What's optimization? Optimization is just a case of making things easy enough to run on lower spec systems, therefore smoother frame rates, better operation. It's been good. It's been very good, this. Now max speed 574. I wish. I wish. Right, open doors, have a look around, and then close things off for today. Ooh, kiss the buffers there. Just a bit. Bit close in the braking towards the end, but hey, what can you say? So go to 1544. Train coming from Nice. Was that LGV Nord or Sud-Est? I believe it was, I believe this is Sud-Est. I believe this is Southeast. Yeah, because we're running on the LGV, the Ligne Grande Vitesse Est Européenne there, so I believe this is Sud-Est for TGV here, SNCF. Yeah, what can I say? It's simple enough routes, it looks good, it's very effective what it does, and yeah, I'm very, very pleased with it. I want to read this one I did last time, what does it say? I'm not actually too sure. It's a gate, it swings. It's kind of stop people from going down the platform. I'm not quite sure what the reason of the platform stop boards thing there are. But they're there, they do what they do. And in fact, there's a coffee shop just here. Cool, right, so I'll close the doors. Jump back out again. Gosh, 2 hours 34 minutes, I think, yeah. Well deserved break. So, overall, not a bad run. Due 15:31, rather than 15:30. Due 43, 5 minutes late. So in terms of timing, pretty much spot on. Level 40 on the character, level 6 on the railway, level 6 on the duplex. Just off the 7 there. But overall, a rather decent run now. So 36 minutes to do full run in this. What can you say? What can you say? So, yeah, that was that. So that was the TGV LGV Méditerranée. That was the run from Marseille to Avignon. And that was the Class 200 Series TGV Duplex. Go over to the character, split train in front of us. There you go. It's been good, it's been good. A lot of fun this train. Not too difficult to operate. Bit of practice, but once you get there, a lot of fun certainly to be had. So, yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Gosh, 100,000 euros in damage. Don't be doing that. Thank you all for watching. You take care. Man, 276 kilometers to travel today. It's a fair distance, stats. You take care. We'll be back again tomorrow for some more train sim mod and try and get some OMSI action done as well. It's been a couple of days since I did OMSI, so we'll try and get all that sorted and then see where it all goes from there. So thank you for watching. You take care, and I shall see you next time. Bonsoir, and merci beaucoup.